What are the benefits of polygamy? And are you sharing your man right now? I don't know if they're going to be able to handle this, man. Just give it to them, Mike. Just give it to them. We ain't going to be able to be nice about this one. We just not going to be able to be nice about this one. Give it to them. Welcome to Nature Podcast, the search and struggle for balance. And I'm your host, Yoteman. And before we get started, I gotta say my disclaimer, because it's exceptions to every rule. But now that we done got that bull out of the way, let's get started. Give it to him, man. What are the benefits of polygamy? And are you sharing your man right now? Well, statistically, 80% of women only mess with 20% of men. So you're most likely sharing your man right now. Men are not actually monogamous. They are naturally polygamous. I'm not saying that men don't practice monogamy, but that's not how men's biological code is written. Women produce one egg that comes once a month. She stopped having children around 35 normally. This suggests monogamy. On the other hand, a man has over 120 million sperm cells that come once a day. He can have children up to the day he dies. That suggests polygamy. See, God doesn't make these kinds of mistakes. Women are naturally monogamous, regardless of what they do. Even if they sleep around, they get soul ties, impressions left on them. So most of the time when you're in an argument with your girl, you're not actually in an argument with her. You're in an argument with the other men she done slept with. See, when she sleeps around, she loses the ability to pair bond, she loses value, and most of the time, she ends up on some type of antidepressant because she's going against her nature and the way she was actually created. See, men are not like women. I'm not saying that men should actually sleep around out of a polygamy relationship or polygamy relationship, but it's not going to have the same type of effect on us as it's going to actually have on you. Just the opposite. We'll be on an antidepressant for not getting any. Now look, don't get me wrong. See, men don't want polygamy neither. They would rather just have sex with you and throw you back to the streets and go back to their happy family with their wives. See, polygamy means responsibility. That means if that man has sex with you, he's responsible for you and you become one of his wives. And if he chose properly, it would be good for the community. See, hookup culture is not good for anyone. But how are they going to tell you the truth when the first lie they ever told about monogamy was to themselves? I know what you say. You just want a choice. You just want to be told the truth. You can't handle the truth. See, women share all the same men, and they don't want men that other women don't want. So you ask, where are the monogamous guys? Well, they're probably in your DM that you didn't answer. They on the wall at the club, the one you wouldn't dance with. They the ones that's liking the pictures in your IG, that you don't actually give no affection or give any attention to whatsoever. See, if the man don't have options, women will friend zone them. No matter how loving, 80% of women only mess with 20% of men. Even if you check the Bible, most of the prophets had more than one wife. And when you check the Quran, look, even when God put it to full wives, because they didn't want men to be left without wives, God couldn't be his own biological code, because even after he limited to 4 wives, 80% of women still only mess with 20% of men. See, back in the day, before they had all this internet, they had a family right in the next town. Now you might see his children at the funeral home. Either way you take it, you know what's going on. And this hookup culture, this shady way of doing it, doesn't benefit the community. See, people lie, but nature don't. We would have to judge humans by the highest form of nature. So let's take a look at the lions. Doesn't the lion have more than one wife? and the roles are in place. Some might get confused because, his wives go out and hunt. But like my brother Ramsey actually said, that's not the same thing because, see, they don't have houses. So when you see the Lioness going out and hunting for food, that's like them going shopping with their girlfriends. Being that they don't have homes, the lion must protect the children. But if anyone comes after his wives, all he got to do is make a roar and shut all that foolishness down. And the male that you with is not like you. See, hypersexuality comes from sexual dehydration. 1 out of 3 men are virgins. The average man only has sex once a year. Over 56% of men are unmarried and childless. And you're going after the 20%, and some of y'all are going after the 1%, and it's already way more women than it is men. And for those of y'all that don't believe that, the amount of men that's actually in prison compared to women already shortens your options. The amount of men living alternative lifestyles already shortens your options. The fact that men die at a much higher rate than women already shortens your options. And if you are black males die at a higher rate than women and men of all races. So even if your Google search made you think that it's just as many men as it is women, not by a long shot. Not to mention that some of y'all have no control over what comes out of your mouth. So your options are like super low. Super low. And I know it's hard for you to understand because guys will sleep with you. But then after they sleep with you, they're not going to put you in a monogamous or polygamous relationship. They're going to put you in the streets. See, all of y'all are getting ran through by the same group of men. Where are all the good men? That's your question. But good doesn't necessarily mean monogamy. Monogamy could actually produce cheaters. But if you're wondering where all the people that might practice monogamy, well, they're probably in your DMs. But once again, you don't answer them. This is one of the reasons that hookup culture is so bad. The universe recognizes a wife once you sleep with her. You take responsibility for her and you place her as a part of your kingdom. So fornication was really to sleep with a woman and then throw her out to fend for herself. That's why she acting so crazy, because she feel like you threw her out in the trash. Now, in God's defense, I know some of y'all say she was on that crazy bus going 100 miles an hour way before she met you. But sleeping with a woman and then letting her back out into the world to fend for herself goes against universal code. So we gotta be careful on who we choose and who we're picking. It would be better to actually get a woman that job is kind of like to take care of you than to mess with a woman that thinks she's gonna have a relationship and throw her back to the streets. See, our ancestors was kingdom building. It was about legacy. Legacy was very important to us. So as things changed and our wives went into their change of life, she would bring in a younger woman to keep the legacy going and give that man only what a younger woman can give him, which is youth, legacy, excitement that comes along with it, keeping him and his older wife young. We didn't have people watching our children that don't believe in what we believe in. Our elderly didn't go to the nursing home. We didn't die alone. The sisters' wives, our kingdom was there to protect us. See, people are the biggest resource, and we could build a kingdom, successful businesses quick because we had the resources between the wives, the children, the community. Some say that we can't afford to have more than one wife. I would say we can't afford not to. See, I say that because we're in a different dynamic. We're in a type of dynamic where it takes two to actually keep a household going. So just think about it. If you had 4 people or 3 people in that collective and they all had paychecks and they put that money together and built themselves a company, placed themselves a CEO, placed a man as the CEO, they would be the stockholders and the rest of the family would be the stockholders, build themselves a kingdom so they can now do their natural stuff. So they can now take their natural places. Wait a minute, he said natural places. Do he mean he want us to cook? Do he mean he want us to clean? Listen, what I'm telling you is that if both of y'all are working, that's the reason why y'all got sugar diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, because nobody is cooking. Nobody is researching. Everybody is out in survival mode. And in survival mode, the family dies. So what I'm saying, even if y'all don't have money to take care of all four of y'all, you can build an empire. Or you can stay like you are, jealous, cheated on, and poor. Once again, this is Nature Podcast, the search and struggle for balance. And I look forward to hearing what you think, whether you agree or disagree. I appreciate your comments. And I am Yoteman. If you like the content, subscribe, like, share.